Yeah.
God
Yeah.
damn it. Back the fuck up from my door. What the fuck is you supposed to be? A tampon? This trick, this trick. It's D-O-E. Rep it for the B-A-P.
Okay, we don't got no time for copyright. Know what time it is.
Oh God, it's time to get spooky in this mother.
Yeah.
So welcome back to ViteMelanin podcast. It is
Hello.
season 5. So excited. Count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Bad.
Yes, sir. So for all of you listeners, watchers, streamers out there, peoples, preferably of African descent. Um, just saying, we are VitaMelanin. However, we're also, I just want to make it known that we are black, blackity, black, right?
Black,
So
but
we're
black.
period. So we're always going to go for blackity,
Mhm.
black, right?
And we are.
However,
And is.
for those of y'all who love to stand in solidarity with folks,
We fucks with
we
y'all.
appreciate you. We fucks with you the
Mm-hmm.
strong way. But
Amen.
just know that our whole game and our whole goal is the black agenda. Okay, cool. All right, bet. So, anywho, for those of you who don't know who we are, I'm Taylor.
And it's your girl, Ciara.
Period poop. And again, it's good to see you niggas again. It's been a minute since I've done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that shit. So, for this first episode, technically for our listeners, and the second episode, because last week was a trial run to see how we was gonna get this shit together.
Let me tell you.
Because this shit was rough as fuck.
Rough.
We are going into spooky season, and we would be remiss if we didn't mention it because it's like
Favorite holiday.
the most wonderful time of the year. You know how they say Christmas is like the most wonderful time of the year. It's actually
That
spooky
is
season.
now. Thank you.
Actually spooky season. So,
Mm-hmm.
that being said, it's time to pop this pill and get it started. Pop. We've got some great things in store. I'm super excited. Something super interactive. So please interact with us. We
You
would love
know,
to know your thoughts. We would love to know any ideas that you may have. Yeah, we want it all. We want it all. We want it all. And we want it now. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So first things first, we might have checked in on the first, watchable episode, but for the listeners, Taylor, what have you been up to since season 4 ending?
Season 4 ending. I have been up to quite a bit. I released a single in September. It's called Rose. Artist name is Don Marquis. Won't explain why that is, but
That's none of
I
my
will
business.
give you all of the late info um, in the episode description or in the chat, either one. Um, and I got engaged like 2 weeks ago.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Um,
2 weeks ago. So just my left hand a little heavier,
Look,
a little weight on that
you
motherfucker.
know,
Some little slight, nothing crazy.
that right hand got to be
Um,
altered a little bit more. It's fine.
just a little. There's a little pimp walk in that left hand. You feel me?
Please. Okay.
Dog, but yeah, what about you, see?
I'm just playing.
Don't piss me off, bro. Do not piss me off.
I think I told you guys season 4 that I got casted for a web series and a short film. I had the premiere for both of those now. I know the first recording, I didn't have it yet, but I had it Friday. It went very well. It's amazing. I will let you guys know the information in the description box below. It's called Shit Black Girls Think, and is a web series that will be on TikTok. So I'm excited. I'm on episode 3 and 7. I want to say it's episode 3 and 7. Yeah. So I'm really excited for you guys to see that. I'm excited to see it. And then my short film, I was very excited about. I'm not gonna give all the information because That ain't public yet, but it was fun. Got some information about that. Very excited. I might be a leading lady in the next year or two. So I'm excited about that as well.
So excited.
So that's it. And sadly still on strike. Negotiations are going on, probably as we speak. But we're just gonna pray that it keeps going and that Hollywood finally gets up off their ass and off their money.
Off your ass and on your feet, bitch. Yeah, I feel it.
But yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
me, I am still happily not on the market. That as well.
Cause period. Been simping real bad for your man.
Real bad.
Real bad. Real bad.
Real
The
bad.
same for my person, so I get it, I understand.
Well, yeah, that's it for me. Yeah.
We love the updates. So moving right along, we said we were going to talk about spooky season. So I figured we start that out with just talking about our spooky season plans. I can go ahead and go first. I ain't got nan, nada, zilch, shit. Okay. Um, well, no. I take that back. I actually am gonna
See?
go take my brother on Sunday to see. Well,
Oh
my
wait.
fiance and I are gonna take my little brother on Sunday to see Five Nights at Freddy's. So
Yes.
that should be fun. But as far as the day of, yeah, I mean, I might pass out candy at the house, but I ain't got no plans. I didn't have enough time to really get a costume together to do what I wanted to do, and then this weekend is
Hmm.
homecoming. So if I was gonna go to a
It's a
Halloween
lot.
party, it's a lot going on. So yeah, but what about you, Cece?
So I
Gotta
um
hide the label.
if y'all want to endorse us, we can't. Hey,
Hey, I am a thoroughbred alcoholic on the weekends, so definitely would love a sponsorship if you had one.
I
I'll
don't drink
take
like
it.
that, but I'll drink for a sponsorship. Sure will.
That too.
But anywho,
Ooh, light's doing something weird.
but
I'm gonna
anywho,
get to it.
I will be going to One Music Fest. If anybody knows about One Music Fest, it's a good time. It's usually a 2 day thing. Has crazy heavy hitters on the on a performing thing or whatever. Janet Jackson's gonna be there, Megan Thee Stallion's gonna be there, and that's like two of like many. Big Daddy Kane is gonna be there. I'm excited. I'm a little stressed because everything is happening on Saturday. I have Halloween parties to go to on Saturday. I have one music fest to go on Saturday. How I'm gonna do that, have no idea.
You
Um,
seem to always make a way out of no motherfucking way, and it really baffles me.
we're gonna figure it out because there's no way in hell that I, Ciara, will be missing the Janet Jackson where I have
Fair,
tickets to go to.
fair.
Absolutely not. So, will I be very upset if I miss Halloween parties on Saturday? I will. But for Janet, for the Jacksons, period. Besides them two, I don't like. I will
Shh,
forever,
because we understand.
forever miss everything. So I'm excited about One Music Fest because it has a lot of people. I'm gonna be there obviously all day. I'm gonna be tired, baby. I'm gonna need me some B12s or something. But that's gonna be exciting. And on Halloween, I don't know what I'm doing. Like maybe we maybe might hit a bar or two or something like that just to do something.
That's a great
Uh,
idea.
Cause
What's the
all the
date?
bars have Halloween stuff going on.
What's the day of Halloween? It's on
It's
a
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So we'll probably hit bars. Me and my acting friends was talking about it. If we find something that we gonna do that. Um oh, and One Music Fest, like I said, is 2 days. So I'm gonna go Sunday too because there's a lot of people on the list. I'm very excited. I always go to One Music Fest. It's my third year I'll be going. So yeah. Very, very busy weekend. Yes. Weekend slash into the week for me. So it's gonna be interesting. But we're gonna figure it out. Also, I finally, well, yeah, it's basically like a couple's costume. So I finally get to do couple's costume. I didn't get to do that last year, but we were still cute. But yes. So I got all my stuff. I finally have my entire costume. Y'all not gonna see it, but I'm gonna post on my social medias so that you can see it.
You're so
So
cute. I swear to God, you're so cute. You know what she's gonna do? She's gonna just show us. a hand, and it's gonna be the cutest thing. Like, I
Oh
think
yeah,
one
I'm
time she showed us
not.
them holding hands. Oh god, love it.
Yeah, y'all not. You might
I'm a
not
fan.
even know I'm married. You guys as a public might not even know I'm married until I pop out with a child.
I endorse the message, personally.
Y'all lucky y'all know I got somebody.
I need this to do what I need it to do,
To be
and it's
very
not doing
honest,
what I want it to do.
Taylor knows how I am. You guys are lucky to know I even have anybody. So
True. All things considered, if you knew her in high school, it's probably better this way.
don't get me started. But yeah, that is my spooky season plans. I am excited. Halloween is my favorite holiday. Oh, also, I'm putting this in spooky season plans, but last week, and I think it ends tomorrow. Nightmare Before Christmas came out in theaters, and obviously, I wasn't old
It
enough
ends
to see it
tomorrow?
tomorrow.
While you do that, I'm about to go search.
So it was in theaters from the 20th to the 26th. Um, I was taken to go see Nightmare Before Christmas on the 20th, and I was very excited because Nightmare Before Christmas is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I never got to see it in theaters. So I enjoyed myself very much. So that was technically a part of spooky season plans. So I had a time. It was fun, and I just
And
like
we gotta
Nightmare
wrap
Before
this shit up. The
Christmas.
next showing is at 7:25 p.m. tonight.
I am weak. Okay, well,
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
but yeah, that was my plan.
Oh,
I guess now we figured there's so much shit going on in the world. And since it's spooky season and we like to be, well rounded around here, why not keep you abreast on some spooky news? So Taylor, take it away.
not spooky news. Okay, so in terms of spooky news, it's not really spooky. It's more so like weird. But
Weird.
recently, like a few days ago, um, granted, this is not in the US, but I just thought it was cool. So, in the midst of the police arresting a man trying to climb the Eiffel Tower, which led to a temporary shutdown of the tower's elevators, or they call them lifts, and keeping visitors stranded in the area, somebody got married. It was beautiful. So, it's actually a DC
Well,
couple, so I guess it
engaged.
really is still. They should have been getting married. Oh no, no, no! He proposed. He proposed.
Yeah, 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 it was
Yeah,
engaged.
gross. Yeah, sorry. So anywho, they're actually from DC. He originally planned to propose in like a little quiet garden in Paris and have a little romantic dinner on the river, but because they got stuck, he just decided he was gonna propose right then and there. Which is so cute to me because like she was gonna say yes regardless of where they were. I understand, sis. Um, but it's just kind of like
It would have been so weird if she said no and they were stuck.
Like how could you say no? We're already stuck, right?
Hey,
But the apparently the climber was brought down by a team of firefighters who arrested him. He was carrying a banner with a message related to Billie Eilish, reading "Free Billie Eilish."
I
I'm
didn't
just
know
trying to
she
figure out
was.
why it had to be on the Eiffel Tower.
Is Billie Eilish okay? Like, why does she need to be freed?
I'm trying to understand myself. Is this like a label issue? Like free her from the label, kind of like when Prince made a symbol as opposed to, his name? Like, is that what that's about?
Like, is she under a conservatorship by her like brother or her parents or something? Like, what is
Right.
happening? Is she
Right.
okay?
That's what we're trying to figure out. So, like, not spooky, but weird because
Very
the
weird.
fuck y'all got going on. But in the midst of all of that, congratulations to the newly engaged couple.
Who
Like,
can say they got engaged on a Paris Eiffel Tower?
baby, could listen. If we could have made it to Paris, I'm pretty sure D would have tried their hardest to
One
slightly
thousand
piss
percent.
me off. I swear to God.
1000%.
Yeah, that's definitely would have tried, and it would have been the cutest thing.
And that couple had a lot going on that day or that trip. They had a lot going on.
Yeah, that was there to get the story had a lot going on with his wife because they had to evacuate from the Palace of Versailles for like a security reason too. So it was just like way too much going on in Paris.
Paris is acting up. Y'all got bed bugs. Oh,
Too much.
I need y'all to
Too
figure it out.
much.
Figure it
Figure
out.
that. Figure that.
Won't be seeing me. But
Depending on how I feel.
won't be seeing me. I don't do bed bugs. I don't do bugs.
Ooh.
On
Girl.
another note, I mean, I guess it's still kind of international. Mm, we'll start with the domestic. Uh, on another news, I will link a couple articles, but you guys be careful and get your medicines now because it is rumored that pharmacies such as CVS, what's the other one? I was gonna say Winn Dixie, but that's only in the
Walgreens.
South. Thank you.
You're
Walgreens,
welcome.
they will most likely be going on strike because of the conditions, not of the pay, but because of the conditions. They're working long hours. They have little people working in the office at one time. So they might be going on strike. And if they go on strike, you can't get your medicine. So anybody, if you can finagle it, if you can get your doctors finagle it or something, try to get your medicine and anything you need early, especially if it's like life threatening or anything, because it's rumored to be on strike. And that is very spooky because niggas need their medications. All right.
No, like, for real.
Like, for real. On other spooky news, and it's spooky because is it really spooky or is it typical for like the world? But some anywho, before I get angry, I'm gonna keep myself collected on this one. Okay. As all the wars that are happening around the
Mm-mm.
world, and of course, US has to put their hand in every single one that don't got nothing to do with them and always be on the
Please.
wrong side. Everybody
Before we
please
finish,
pray
I want
for
everybody to take a big breath. Breathe in.
look.
Breathe out.
So, everybody, please pray for the people. We definitely wanted to be very out loud with this. Please pray for the people in Gaza. Um, this is unnecessary. It's very much unnecessary. It's very much when you're fed up. You're fed up. I'm tired of being tired. That is what's going on right now. Obviously, we do not promote any type of like extreme violence. There's no reason for children to be involved. There's no reason for hospitals to be blown up and for people to be getting their electricity, their water, and sustenance of life cut off. So, because they're fighting for their lives. But at the end of the day, please stop all this violence. We need to cease fire. Of course, that was voted against in the UN by guess the hell who. I'm so tired of this country, but
Per
I'm
usual.
so tired of this country. But yes. At the end of the day, all this is unnecessary. Stop. Just stop the violence. Please cease fire. This is ridiculous. And we over here at
Mhm.
ViteMelanin, and that's as a unit. And well, I'm not gonna say individually. I'm saying for myself, for
Yeah,
Ciara,
individually.
individually and as ViteMelanin, free Palestine, because this is ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry.
I'm just not sorry.
Because if you look into history, they've been rocking with us, so we rocking with them. And what is happening right now
Mhm.
is actually what a lot of people are scared of happening here with a certain skin tone. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna say that you should, but I'm not gonna say that you shouldn't, and Imma leave it at that.
I'm just
I
saying.
got
I'm
my
just
leather jacket in
saying.
the closet
There-
ready.
There's a lot of history that goes into what is happening over in Gaza right now. So please do your research. Please do not be bamboozled by these whack ass journalists that are faking like there are bombings, that they're hiding by a car and bombings when you see people riding around. Do not believe these people are in terror when they're over here cutting off sustenance for people and bombing places and telling them they have to leave a certain area and then bombing that certain area when they're trying to evacuate. Don't believe the bullshit. Please do your own research and look in the past because this has been an ongoing thing for years.
Since the creation of Israel,
Please do
actually,
your
that
research.
land does not belong
Just
to
like this
Israel. That's
land
all
don't
I'm gonna say.
belong to nobody else.
That's
But
all I'm gonna say. People were already there before they decided to colonize the area. Doesn't that
please,
sound like somebody else's familiar history?
doesn't that sound like somewhere we are now?
Doesn't that sound familiar?
But
It's
anywho,
wild. It's wild.
please do your own research. Do not take the word of people and do not be silent unless you really don't know what's going on.
Yeah, then you
And
gotta
just
shut the fuck up and
yeah,
be
then
educated.
if you don't know what's going on, please shut the fuck up. Which is why I'm
Exactly.
not saying much about it. I just want to say we need to stop all of this violence. There needs to be a ceasefire and free Palestine. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. In other spooky news, inflation is horrible. They still want us, they still expect us to pay student loans back where they're giving money to everybody else in the world.
Let me tell
No.
you something right now.
No.
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 You gonna have to take that L, partner. You gonna have to take that L.
You got millions to give all everybody else in the world. Great. But
You
you ain't
got
gonna get
so
mine.
much money that you can put out to other countries.
I ain't gonna get
You're
mine.
not putting any into education. You're funding billion-dollar prisons, trillion-dollar prisons. You're basing it off of test scores of 5-year-olds.
I just don't understand.
I'm not understanding. You're
And,
basing your
spe-
funding off the test
and
scores of 10th graders who just now saw the ACT.
And speaking
How's
of
that gonna work?
prison and all that type of stuff, as you guys know, I am in Atlanta and I am with the Stop Cop City because that is unnecessary. But anyways, we know the government is trash. The people in it
Always,
is trash.
always.
Uh, the whole ozone layer trash. Everything, everything
It
is
could
burning.
repair it started to repair itself, but then, like, we keep fucking shit up. If y'all would just sit the fuck down. That's all I ask. Just sit down. Just sit down.
And
Get somewhere and sit
spooky
down.
and spooky news. Live your life because
We ain't gonna be here too much longer. You might as well do everything that you wanted to fucking do
oh, and
now.
last and spooky news, because I just saw it yesterday on TikTok and made sure that it was true. I can't remember as soon as I said it out loud. Of course, I can't remember where it is. It's not in this country.
Oh
But
shit.
in 2024, they are about to release a woolly mammoth in a zoo. Why are we still fucking with Ice Age niggas and things? Don't know. But
They're reincarnating the woolly mammoth. It's actually gonna make its return from
where is it?
extinction by 2027. There's a bio company called Colossal that is actively reincarnating the woolly mammoth. They have $600 million funding to move toward a 2027 de-extinction of the woolly mammoth.
Why?
And it's based, the company is based in Dallas.
Why?
So they
This
plan
place
to
is out in the
reintroduce
country.
it into Russia, but
That's
that actually might change. They're still looking to see on that one.
I
But so
can't
far, it's
remember.
Russia.
I can't remember if that's where it was that I had saw it or whatever like that. But yes,
Mhm.
why did Giraffe? There's a whole movie series
So let me tell you the reasoning though, right?
about why
Because
we shouldn't do this.
they originally wanted to reintroduce the woolly mammoth into Siberia, but the company is going to
That's
explore
what it
other
was.
options based on the current
Siberia.
political frame. Yeah, that's why they're
Okay,
choosing
they
Russia.
just changed it. Okay, I
Mhm.
was like, it's Siberia that I read that
Yeah, so based on the
was
current political
them.
framework of the world, they're exploring other options, which is currently Russia. So that, well, I think, isn't Siberia in Russia?
Baby, don't get me the line. I don't know geography.
That's another story for another day. So, anyways, last year, the Dallas-based firm Colossal, it's a biotech company, um,
Always touching stuff.
scored an additional now $60 million in funding to continue the mammoth gene editing work that they started in
Why?
2021. So,
Why?
if it's successful, not only will they bring back an extinct species, one the company dubs a cold resistant elephant, but it will also
Yeah,
introduce the woolly mammoth into the same ecosystem it once lived in an effort to fight climate change, because
which is
apparently the
not
migration patterns are an active part of preserving the health of the Arctic. So, bringing it back to life could have, not that it will, but could have a beneficial impact on the health of the world's ecosystem.
the Arctic
And
ain't even
you
the
know,
same. It's not going
it's
to
very
survive.
possible that that would be true if we hadn't already royally fucked up everything. But that's neither here nor
It's
there.
not going to survive.
We have
The
already
Arctic
royally
is
fucked up
not the
everything.
same environment that they lived in. You
No.
guys already started cloning lambs and shit. Please leave the biotech alone. if it don't got nothing to do
Oh,
with
no. If
curing
you could
cancer.
do one thing, stem cell research, because it's very great at what it does. Stem cells do so much to help people.
Yeah.
But my other thing is, if you could just clone me
No.
3 times,
Mm-mm.
a bitch is having a hard time juggling her life. I
Mm-mm.
just need 3 of me, and all I gotta do is have a button that just shuts the motherfuckers down if they doing too much, you feel me? That's all I need.
Over a
That's
few
all
months, I will over years. Like we've
I
heard about cloning, we hearing about them trying to bring back all the prehistoric things. Why? Don't know. I've read about they trying to figure out how to successfully do what they did in Austin Powers. Can we not? Can we just leave it alone? Cure
I feel like
cancer.
if
Well,
you
I feel like
watched
they already
they
have a
clone
cure for cancer, but
No, they do. They
but
most definitely do. They locking that bitch up, like, real talk, because it's
yeah,
more
so I'm
money
like, mhm,
to it okay. They make more money in trying to heal it than they do in
very
actually
much,
healing it. So, but I
very,
feel like that's what everything
very
there's
much.
literally a cure for every single thing, but there's so much more money to be made in giving you medicines that take
They're
the
more
long
expensive.
fucking route to get there.
They're way more expensive and they just don't care mostly honestly about people. But that's a whole different story for a different day. Before we get on this hill tangent, because we've already started a tangent with the spooky news. But at the end of the day,
We're good for
please
that.
just read up on stuff. We might need to go back to our roots and start reading the newspaper again because they be telling on themselves in the newspaper. Nobody reads it anymore, but like older people, and then most of the older people that be reading it be like, "You just old, like you kind of paranoid." So like,
You should definitely read the
we
newspaper.
should
If you don't
probably
read the
read
newspaper, get you a
something.
subscription. You can they have online subscriptions too. Get you an online subscription to New
Yeah.
York Times, Washington Post, all of them,
Just
because
don't watch the news. Don't watch it because it's
watching it is a little different. I mean, there is still a lot of influence in reading the news, but there are a lot more facts that I have found because they have to cite their sources. So it's easy for me to see the sources, click the sources, and you can go down your rabbit hole. Um,
and they
as
still lying on
We like
newspapers.
to keep yeah, I was gonna say, as we like to call it, you can go down the rabbit hole though, because if they do cite a source, at the very least, you can go read that source for yourself and really find the information you're looking for, and just keep digging, because that's what I do,
You know,
honestly.
worth it. But it's a lot of
Most
spooky events
definitely.
going on. We know we have missed so many things that is happening around the world at the same time with inflation, with nobody can afford to live
Literally.
and all that jazz. But like guys, at
And
the
all
end of the
that
day,
jazz.
please just live. Just live your life. Just do it.
Whatever you can do to make your life the best possible
'Cause
life for yourself, for your family, um, do that shit, because yeah,
yeah.
it's
That
time. It's definitely time.
was so morbid, but it goes with spooky season. Okay. So getting away for the
Ooh.
morbidness, we're gonna
Sort of.
have we had a little like interactive event for you guys, okay? More interactive next week, but we wanted to set the scene, you know? We wanted to set the scene a little bit. While this would have been better to set the scene last week, it's okay. It's fine. You know what we're doing here, you know?
Period.
So so we're gonna set the scene with a little murder mystery we've come up with. This is gonna be fun.
It's
Something
exciting.
small, something a little thing to do. Get you guys interactive. Letting us know, like, hey, how you want things to go. But Taylor, do you want to start the murder mystery?
Sure. So, the murder mystery is titled Secrets in the Old Mansion. So, let's go ahead and set the scene,
I'm
right?
so
If you're
excited.
going to be a Spotify, Apple Podcast listener, you'll actually get some background noise to go with it. And it's going to be really fucking cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Just
And
kidding.
once we
It's okay.
upload the video, you'll
The
be able
noise
to
that goes
watch
with it.
back to hear the noise. We don't
Yeah.
got the noise there because that's a lot of extra shit.
Because who the fuck was going to go sit and click, press and play for y'all? I'm sorry. I'm not here for it right now. I'm not doing it. No.
And lives are special, so you get to see our face, and you get to see
Yeah.
all the mistakes. You get to see all the rambling and stuff. So
And it's
fun.
uncensored. It doesn't get any better than that.
And if you guys like all this uncensored stuff, let us know because we'll put this behind a paywall. We ain't gonna lie. We'll start a subscription. We'll start a little subscription. If we start a subscription, y'all gonna get more stuff than just this live. I'm just putting that out there.
Just
Putting that out
Just not OnlyFans type though.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
the sex work side of OnlyFans.
Well,
'Cause people be on OnlyFans doing cooking shows all day, every day.
that is very true. And
I love them
honestly,
shits.
yeah, just not that. Like, we can't do all that. We don't really roll like that, but everything else.
I wanna work with kids. CC is trying to be an actress. Actually, not trying to be. CC is an actress. I'm already speaking into existence as CC is a world
Well,
renowned
Taylor, you already work
actress.
with kids, so
Not currently.
okay,
I
at
mean,
this
I
very
volunteer currently,
specific
but, like,
moment.
the type of work that I want to do with children, I can't do that, okay?
Yeah, we can't
Can't
do
work
that.
with kids and they trauma, and I'm out here fucking off on fucking OnlyFans.
I
I
mean,
don't have
that's
time.
a paywall, so
There's
if
just like
somebody
this
know that,
school.
that means they pay for it, but that's
However, that's how school teachers keep getting fired for their personal lives. I don't
which
got time
is
for that.
ridiculous, but we're not
That's
gonna go
another
into that.
story for another day,
That's
though.
another
That's another episode
well,
for another day. Yeah, no, because
go on with
I'm
this
not here
murder
for it.
mystery.
I'm not here for it. Okay. Secrets in the old mansion. Our story begins on a stormy night in the quiet town of Willowbrook. The Langley Mansion, a once stunning but now dilapidated estate, stands as a testament to the opulence of a bygone era. The mansion has been empty for decades, but on this fateful night, a group of close friends decide to gather for a night of intrigue and adventure. They're black, by the way.
Just FYI.
Because they gotta be. Everybody's gotta be black.
Exactly. The group includes Maya, an archaeologist fascinated by the mansion's history, Marcus, a talented painter who's seeking inspiration, Grace, a successful author looking for her next bestseller, Julian, a professor with a deep interest in the paranormal.
As the storm rages outside, they light candles and explore the mansion's eerie halls, each room holding the weight of its own secrets. The night takes a sinister turn when a blood curdling scream echoes through the mansion, and the group rushes to the source of the sound.
In one of the dimly lit rooms, they discover the lifeless body of Julian lying amidst the old, dusty furniture.
Panic ensues. Because why are you looking at me like this?
I'm not even looking at you because you play too fucking. You play too fucking.
I'm gonna always play too fucking much. That's what I do.
Oh my! It's what I do. It's okay.
It's the way I act. Act.
I knew it was gonna somehow get into this episode. I knew it.
Did you see? Let me come back to that. All right. Panic ensues as the friends realize they are trapped in the mansion with the killer. Detective Elise Walker, known for her sharp wit and determination, arrives at the scene to uncover the truth.
Elise Walker is faced with a mansion filled with secrets, old grudges, and a group of friends who may not be as close as they seem. As she investigates, the storm outside intensifies. The group is left to grapple with their own fears, suspicions, and the chilling reality that a murderer is among them.
All
And that's
right,
the
so we
beginning
set
of
so you set the stage.
that.
Julian is dead. Poor Julian.
I
Hate
don't
to
know
break
why
it to
I
you.
was. Poor Julian.
Poor
The
Julian.
one that loved paranormal activity. Why that one? Just
The professor
unnecessary.
is gone. Just
Just a
from what you've
shame.
gotten so far, though, I'd love to see who you think it is. So,
Hmm.
next episode, we're going to unravel the mystery. The truth may be hidden deep within the mansion's walls,
Dun,
but
dun,
Detective
dun.
Walker is determined to bring it to light.
Dun, dun,
Dun
dun.
dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh my god. Okay. That's a huge insider, guys. Most of you guys probably don't know us, from
At
like
all.
our previous lives. So we
Please,
used
we
to
just
do that
reinvented ourselves
all the time. Like all the time.
all the time.
All the time. But yes, so that was the beginning and setup of our murder mystery.
I'm really thinking of letting this shit drag out.
That would be fun. I wish we'd have did this
across
all
the
while
season.
before. That would be cool.
Yeah. But I might do it across the season and just try to incorporate like each month. So like for instance, this happened,
Mhm.
right? But like next month is Thanksgiving. So it's like long and drawn out. Like people are going to the holiday dinners. There's some drama at the holiday dinner, like, shit like that. I
Not
might
this.
Tyler Perry this bitch up. I'm not sure yet.
Okay,
I'm
let's
joking. I'm joking. I swear to God. More like Shonda Rhimes. But like but I feel like that would be it's kind of a cool because it's
I
only
like it.
a small little
I
snippet.
I
From
like it.
what you know thus far, obviously Julian ain't the killer because the nigga dead. So
Well,
we have
let's
Maya,
start.
we have Marcus, and we have Grace.
Taylor, who do you think is involved without
I'm
your
not at liberty
knowledge?
to say.
Not please.
I already know how it's gonna end, so I'm not
Well,
at
yeah,
liberty to say.
I guess you do know how it ends. Would you be able to make like a inference, say if you didn't like step outside of it and not know from just this story what we've said, and that's it? Who would you think it is? Haha.
So there's not much, right? However,
It's not.
from what I have so far, me, I would probably think it would be Grace because she's looking for a
Mm,
bestseller and she came there for like, inspiration. And what is
okay.
more inspiring and more best-selling than you literally having somebody murdered at the haunted mansion? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I see where you're going with that.
You see where I'm going with that?
I see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
Mine is very off the wall.
Is it Marcus? You
It
think
is
Julian
not.
killed himself?
Yeah. I don't think he's dead.
You don't think he's dead? Oh, okay.
For you to go into a haunted mansion and you are a professor with deep interest in the paranormal, you just gonna get got like that quickly? Nah.
Somebody had to catch him off his game, though.
Nah, 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 nah,
No? So you
nah,
think he
nah.
faked his
And
death?
also, if he has a deep interest in the paranormal, we gonna pray that if he has a deep interest in the paranormal, then most people have deep interest in the professor, something like that, and he black. He has respect, most likely, for the paranormal. So why would they kill him? They only kill the people that are
Okay.
disrespectful.
Okay. So who's to say a ghost killed him, though?
A point. A point. A point. So let us know who you guys think it is. You can tell us in the chat. You can tell us in the chat. You could even write us. You can send us it's no point in sending an email. You could just like DM us or whatever.
It's
Um
no point in sending an email,
yeah,
so
like the
please.
email. I mean, you could just
We
DM
won't be there.
us. You
We won't be in it. We barely read it now.
I
We use
am
that for business matters.
weak. You
I'm sorry.
guys can very much like DM us and tell us who you think it is. Because you never know. You never know. We done told you who we think it is, even though Taylor already knows. But
I do, but like I said, if I had looked like if when I separate myself from that, I really
exactly.
would think it would be the author just because,
That makes a lot of sense.
maybe she has a lot riding on this shit. Like she gotta have a bestseller or like they're gonna drop her, you know what I'm saying, from the publisher. Like the
Oh, you
publisher's gonna
know
drop
what?
her.
Maybe we'll get some more information about these people, to
Yeah.
give us a better inference. So,
So, next week we're gonna get a little bit more backstory on everybody, kind of bring things around.
you
Detective
know,
Elise Walker is gonna get on that motherfucking ass. She's
let me
gonna
tell
find it out.
you,
I'm just
because
letting you know.
black women detectives on top of that, they don't be playing.
She's gonna get the answers you need.
They don't be playing at all.
And
Yes, I'm
maybe you'll
excited.
find out your killer next week. Maybe
Maybe.
you won't.
Who
Nobody
knows?
knows.
Who knows?
See, Ara, do you have a black fact for this week? Or are we just not even gonna worry about it?
I do have a black fact for this week. It is very informal, but
This bitch, I swear to God.
it is. It's very, 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 very informal.
Mm-mm.
Um,
It's the varies for me.
I'm trying to see how I can phrase this. Like, it's very much an inference kind of thing. Like, it's kind of one of those like it's very stupid, right?
Is it though?
But
Is it like
yes.
conspiracy?
No, it's not a conspiracy. That one it's not. But as we know, during horror seasons, there's always horror movies, right? And black people always say, damn, they black, they finna die. But I want to point out the very first person in a movie that we know of was the very first person to actually survive the horror part of the horror movie, and that is Mr. Dwayne Jones from Night of the Living Dead in 1968. But wait, Ciara, didn't he get killed at the end? Yeah, but by some cops. So he survived, technically.
I don't know. It's you really saying, but wait, Ciara, like you're killing me.
So the black fact of this week is the first black man that survived a horror movie who was Dwayne Jones.
From
He
Night
didn't
of the
deserve that.
Living Dead.
From
Well, I'll be
1968.
damned. That's
That
really
is
the
the
first
black
one?
fact of the
The
week.
very first
Yeah.
one?
Very first person that we can collectively put together that has
Damn.
survived. That was the first black person in a movie to survive. Now, the most notable one depends on your taste, you know? First person that comes to mind that survives a movie that's black is Brandy.
Period.
But
Yeah, most definitely.
but there's so many. It depends on the person. It depends on the movie. It
I was
depends
gonna
on what they're
say
talking about.
it's so funny you say that because every time I think about like a black person surviving, I always he didn't survive. Let's start there. Um, but I always think of the unnecessary nigga in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know where I'm going with this. Trey
Yeah.
Songz did not need to be in that fucking movie.
Let me tell you, everybody didn't need to be in that movie.
That's true.
Everybody didn't need to be in that movie. I hold on because I gotta make sure I remember which cast because I've seen every single Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Why
They're
would I have
supposed to
seen
come out
every
with
single
another one, aren't
one?
they?
They came out with a
No,
game.
another Saw is what came out, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
see that
another
bitch.
Saw came out. I do want to see that. By the way, I said his actual name. His character's name was Ben, but the black nigga off the Night of the Living Dead because he was the only person on there. But I'm trying to remember which Texas Chainsaw because they've made so many.
It was Texas Chainsaw 3D
That's what it
from
was.
2013.
Now, granted, have I seen that one? Yes, Trey Songz was in it. I was going to watch it for Trey Songz. Like,
Which
let's be
did not
real.
look, which that doesn't age well now, unfortunately.
I realize
Mm.
that most celebrity
Ex
men that
They're not gonna
I
age well, bro.
end up loving always ask
Because
nice.
can we talk about how pissed off I am with Brian McFucking Knight?
I never really had a crush on Brian
I didn't have a
Jenkins.
crush, but I loved his music, and so I'm pissed off at the audacity of this motherfucker. But we'll get into that another day.
That's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole episode of audacious ass men. I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah, but a lot of people don't need to be like a lot of the celebrities don't necessarily need to be in movies.
Agreed. Except
Like
for Aaliyah. Aaliyah did the fuck out of Queen of the Damned.
let me tell you, because I just rewatched a reaction to that. Do y'all know what we could have gotten from Aaliyah
A lot.
if she would have survived? Just imagine the people, the singers and like artists that would have survived the stuff that they would have been in. Tupac, Aaliyah. Honestly, I'm gonna say Michael. Like,
Tupac did his thing in the movies he was in before he went on
oh
to
my
glory.
gosh, I just Left Eye because I feel like she would have dabbled. You know,
No, I agree.
um,
They would have pulled her for something.
it's just a lot of stuff. But yes, the people that survived, just like most people, they think of LL Cool J. You think of the first black person to survive, LL Cool J. You know, well, yes,
Woman.
Deep Blue Sea. Girl, what movie?
Okay, I just want to make sure we was on the same page because I was
Oh
like,
yeah. Or a lot of people will say that was rude. A lot of people will say Ice Cube from Anaconda.
didn't old boy survive snakes on a plane?
No, you did not reference Samuel L. Jackson, this old boy. I almost
I
came through
did
the
because you
screen.
knew exactly who I was talking about.
I almost came through the screen.
Not you,
Yes.
Kevin. Yes, of course. Samuel L. Jackson. Yes, most definitely.
Yes. Samuel L. Jackson survived. Complete horror. Horror. Horror, horror,
I
horror,
don't even think
horror.
it's not classified as horror, though, it's
It's
classified
not.
as action slash thriller,
Debussy, in
but a
my
bitch like you
opinion,
scared as
isn't.
fuck.
Debussy shouldn't be horror. It's technically classified as a thriller, but it is. Most people, when you say horror movie, damn, because a lot of people don't survive. Like I said, Brandy was a shock. Didn't think Brandy was gonna survive that one. Not,
I'm still
and
confused by the people that were in the movie, if we're gonna
also,
be real.
if you don't know what I'm referring to as Brandy, if you're not as cultured, it's from I Know What You Did Last. I think it's last summer,
Mhm.
two or something. The second one.
I wanna say it's either I Know What You Did Last Summer or I Know What You Did This Summer.
I think it was last summer. The second one.
The '97 film? No.
That's the
No, no,
first
no, no,
one.
no, that's the first one.
Yeah, that's the first one. Dang, what
I
is it
wanna
called?
say it's I Know What You Did Last Summer for the sequel,
Yeah, I feel like that
'cause
was
the
the
whole
second one.
franchise.
Yeah, that was just hectic. Yeah, I Know What You Did Last time. I be knowing what I'm talking about, and I don't even like horror movies. That's crazy.
Proud of you.
But
No, it's I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
I knew it was some extra thing
And then
to
the
it.
next one is I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer.
I never watched that one. But and
Mm.
I still know what you did last summer because for one, love Jennifer. Two, it was Brandy and Mackay Pfeiffer was in it in the 90s.
I hope he's alright, by the way.
Hmm?
I said I hope he's alright, by the way.
Yeah, I think Mackay be doing stuff. He just be doing small stuff. You know, he ain't really doing nothing.
Yeah.
But you know, certain people, that's why they always play into it. Like even with Scary Movie 2,
That's actually my favorite scary movie.
they always play along with it. When they do Scream, like Scream, that's what I meant. Scream 2. Uh,
Gotcha.
fir-
It's a
first
scary
two,
movie too funny as fuck. That's my
first
favorite.
two just died, and they were two of the finest people on earth.
It's upsetting, you
It
know?
is what it is, you
Let
know.
niggas live.
They
But
did.
I will say
Like I said, Ben survived the night of the living dead.
my favorite scary movie thus far,
Oh
sh
yeah, why didn't we think about that? Pause
um,
so we could just switch over to the next thing. Taylor, what is your favorite? I guess we could just say Halloween spooky season like media. So period.
the last
Whichever
black
one you
scary
prefer.
movie that came out that was funny but also scary, The Happening? Was it The Happening?
The blackening,
The
ma'am.
Blackening, The Blackening. Sorry, there's a lot going on. I hear a lot of background noise, and it's really bothering me. But, yeah, The Blackening was a good movie.
Yes, that was a great
It's a
movie.
great movie. Get Out,
I,
always a classic black film for scary movies.
us.
My favorite is probably Antebellum.
Oh, child, no.
That shit's made my nerves bad. Any movie that makes my nerves bad is a good scary movie in my opinion. I
And I
love a
don't
good
even
scary
want to
movie.
speak of this movie. And I know someone's going to
Oh
know what I'm
goodness,
talking
excuse
about.
me.
But there's one movie that has still unsettled my spirit to this day. And they're coming out with a second one. And I refuse. When I say I refuse to go see that other one, I'm not doing it. If you like creepy shit, I can't believe I'm going to say the words to this movie. Smile,
It is a scary movie.
it still unsettles my spirit. And I can't
There
believe I went to see it.
there is a
I'm
cult classic movie I like too.
I'm not doing it again.
You just reminded me, Smile just reminded me. So, like, there's a cult classic movie that I love called Teeth. Great movie.
That's when old girl got teeth.
And Her Vagina?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, a good ass movie,
Mm-hmm.
bro.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even
Mm-hmm.
lie to you. I was like, y'all niggas just be coming
That
with
is a
it.
wild movie.
It
I
is
want
a
to
wild
say
movie.
my favorite horror movie to watch. Like I said, I don't really do horror
Fair.
because,
I
but
do.
and yeah, I'm trying to think. What is my favorite horror movie? Because like I've seen all of them, and I like rewatching. Like I like rewatching or seeing other people rewatch stuff.
Mm.
So like I'm trying to see like which horror movie I'm okay with. And a lot of them aren't really like horror movies. Like they're like a thriller or something or like making fun of the horror genre. Like because my favorite movie to watch during spooky season, which I still need to watch, is Vampire in Brooklyn. If you know me, you
It's
know I
not even
love
fucking scary, bro.
I love that movie.
It's not even horror, and
It's
the
just
wig
it's a
is
it's
good.
a
I will say
spooky
that wig was
season.
really fucking good.
It's a spooky season movie. I'm a big vampire lover. Besides the whole Twilight series, even though I saw every single movie, seen them multiple times, and read all the books multiple times, but
No, Imma tell you now, Twilight didn't get good until, like, the last 3 movies,
yeah, and it still
if
was
we're being
like,
honest.
and like I said, I this is coming from a person. I went to one of the premiere nights for, I think it was either Breaking Dawn or Eclipse. I can't remember which one it was.
She
It was one of
dragged
them.
our asses to Eclipse for her fucking birthday, bro. I will never forgive you.
I love the Twilight
Never,
series, and I love the books. The
never.
books were so good, and they were still flicked, but they were like, I love vampire stuff. So, like, Interview with the Vampire, my favorite horror show or like thriller show, whatever,
Interview with the
is Interview with
Vampires
the
is
Vampire.
good, though.
If you
That's a good
have
one.
HBO Max, go watch Interview with the Vampire, the show. It's on AMC. It's season one. It's only gonna be on HBO Max until Halloween, and then they're gonna take it off because season two is coming. But that, if you've seen the movie, the show is so much better in my opinion. I have to read the books. I still haven't read the books yet, which is insanity to me. But that, and also rewatching a lot of the horror movies, like us mentioning Akasha, like that movie's not good. Uh, like I was rewatching it and I was like the only thing good to me was Aaliyah, and I was just like,
The movie in and of itself is not good, but
I
she
was
did a
so
really good job. I
confused
will give you
because
that. The
Interview with the
plot is
Vampire was
ass.
good. Interview with the Vampire was good. Like that movie was really good. And I love Brad Pitt, so
Mhm.
but like I don't know. I feel like let's just let the shows. I feel like if we just continue with the shows because it gives more time and everything like that, seeing somebody else as a cautious is just not going to sit right with my spirit. But if we can just do that correctly again and just have a black person do it again, cool. But like I want to see them draw it out like they're doing the shows because let me tell you, Interview with the Vampire. Oh, how could I forget the best horror shows of all time? And I say shows because it's a part of a universe.
American Horror Story
Not even
is for
that.
me.
I love
I
American
had
Horror
to
Story though.
slide that in there.
It's the Mike Flanagan shows.
Yeah.
Yo, I just watched. I was scared to watch it, but my man just had me watch or put me on to what is it? The House of the Fall of the Ushers. It's a long ass title. I
It's The
call it
Fall of the House of Usher Bay.
the Fall of
It's called.
Ushers. I call it the Fall
Okay.
of Ushers because why do we have all of these extras?
Because
It's
it's the House
unnecessary.
of Usher.
I mean, yes, the Fall of the House of Usher, whatever. Let me tell you that show. If you are a millennial, let me tell you, since Mike Flanagan been making his show, Spy Kids Mama is terrifying, and I love it. She should have started horror years ago. She is great. She's
Okay.
amazing. Let me tell you, and I
It's on
know
my watch list.
I should know her name, right? But I'm really bad with names, so Spy Kids Mama it is. But y'all know who I'm talking about, so it doesn't matter.
It'd be the dear bit for me. Not
But
disrespect, but the dear bit.
y'all know, and I love her. But House of Bly Manor, Haunting of Hill House,
I love The
um,
Haunting of Hill House. That was a good one.
Haunted Hill House still unsettles my spirit. That was a crazy twist. But when you watch, you definitely have to watch The Fall of the House of Usher. It is so good, and the deaths are gruesome. They're very wow. It's good though. It's very good. It got a lot of your people. If you want, that's a star-studded cast. You think the cast was big on House of Bly Manor and Haunting a Hill House? Let me tell you, there's so many people in the Fall of the House of Usher. Oh my gosh. So many people. People from Grey's Anatomy. Y'all gonna know two people off rip. Let me tell you, everybody else has watched Bly Manor. You know, they got a couple people. We got, I'm not gonna say her name right, and I don't remember her name. But like I said, Grey's Anatomy, we got Peggy. If y'all know, if you've seen Grey's Anatomy, you know who Peggy is. I think that was her name. She's in it. Crazy. Crazy. None other than Luke Skywalker himself is in the show. Carl Lumbly, you might not know that name, but you know his face. If you were
It's a very
forced,
good lineup from what I saw.
it's ridiculous. Like the acting is so good as well. Like it's whew, definitely watch that show. It is very good. That is my favorite kind of like I would like to say like TV series of horror. I would like to say just like the Mike Flanagan universe. And then in movies, I would like to say the Jordan Peele universe. Cause
Okay.
like none of them go together,
Yeah.
but all of them are made by the same person. So they're amazing. Definitely go watch those. I guess for the last thing, like I guess what's your favorite like Halloween movie?
Twitches by far.
And then oh yeah, I guess
Oh,
like
and Halloween Town.
okay, we're doing Disney Channel. Um,
You just said favorite movie, so I'm just
I
like
guess.
Twitches, Halloween
But yeah,
Town,
we
Nightmare
talked about
Before Christmas because
horror.
it's good
Yeah.
for Halloween and for Christmas.
If we talk about like the horror part and then just like Halloween movies, because that's two different things. I have two Halloween movies that are my favorite movies of all time. One of them is Don't Look Under the Bed. That movie, I still have crazy nightmares about that movie. I've seen that movie once. Once. And The Scary Godmother, just okay. To end before we end everything, what is your favorite Halloween music? There's only one answer correct. Well, two.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. La la la.
Okay, three.
Thriller.
Correct. That's one of the three.
Thriller for sure.
While
And
I
Ghost.
love This Is Halloween, I was about to say Ghost is my favorite. I I love Michael. Ghost is my favorite music video, and Ghost is my favorite like
Michael Joseph Jackson, an icon, a legend, an artiste.
if I can't see him live, what makes you think I'm going to miss Janet?
I'm
Demita Joe
upset that I won't
Jackson.
even get to see Demita.
I ain't no way I'm missing both. Ain't no way I'm missing both. I can't
Technically,
do it.
none of us really missed Michael because
I
he
mean,
was supposed to go on tour, and then we wound up getting his documentary.
right. I mean,
So
but I
we
wasn't
all
gonna
got
make
to
that
see that shit
anyways.
in theaters. So I saw it in theaters.
I wasn't gonna make the tour anyways. Ciara was broke then, okay? How was I gonna get to London?
I don't know, like, they not yelling in his background.
Okay, anyways.
Oh, my mama, when I make it out the hood, I swear to God.
Because this lady is flipping out. We're gonna end the episode.
I'm crying. Nah, she good now. But either way, it's about that time to settle it on
Yes.
down, kiddos.
Let us know if you enjoyed this clusterfuck of a Halloween episode.
It was on track. We had a track, but it got it went left real fast.
We technically stayed on it, but I think you guys like our foolishness, to be very honest.
From what we hear from the reviews.
Yes, but that is going to be the end of our spooky season episode. Taylor, tell them what's up next.
Well, next week, tune in to our regularly scheduled shenanigans. Let us know what you're interested in hearing this season on our social media. We have IG and Facebook. You can find our information in our episode description. You can also see us here on the screen on the ticker, IG at ViteMelaninpod. Facebook would be at ViteMelanin Podcast. We're on YouTube and we're on Twitch. That's where we do all of our lives. And we'll also have our video episodes on YouTube. So,
Yes, will.
at ViteMelanin Podcast. Um, you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music / Audible, etc., etc., etc. We are Googleable. Literally, just type in
Mhm.
VitaMelanin Podcast, and you will find us. And other than that, just thanks so much for like all the support. It's
Oh,
been a
also,
crazy fucking ride.
FYI, we were on Podbean. A lot of you
Mm,
guys have us
mhm.
saved on Podbean and listen to us on Podbean. We are no longer on Podbean. We've switched to Spotify for the moment. So don't go to the Podbean. We, like I said, well, like Taylor said, we'll have all of the links in the description box below and everything. But just FYI, season 5, we're starting something new. We're starting something fresh. So we're not on Podbean at the moment.
The French. Nah, seriously.
Fresh.
But we wanna make it in a way that it's interactive for both people who listen and people who watch. So, the first episode will definitely be just watchable, and then moving forward, it's something that I feel like everybody will be able to enjoy. Because some people don't have the time to sit and just watch niggas talk.
No, for
Me,
real.
for real. So I love to listen. I love to listen while I drive, and I feel like we can accomplish that. We got y'all. We're gonna give you the same realness that you love and enjoy,
And
and we
video
really thank you so
more.
much.
And like we said, we're trying to build, we're trying to grow. So definitely let us know some things you would like us to talk about. Let us know if you guys want some exclusive content. We are very, very much open to giving exclusive
Mhm.
content. Me and Taylor are very big on just being creative. So we do a lot outside of this podcast. And if you guys want to see some exclusivity of some of the things we do outside of our podcast, let us know. And we'll clue you in. We'll let you know.
We'll make it happen. You can
So
also support us individually on our own personal
yes.
IGs and Facebook IGs. Um,
Right.
Facebook is a public profile for me, but you are more than welcome to go follow it because now I'm a professional profile. You can
Amen.
also go follow my artist page as well. Either way,
Amen.
all that stuff will be in the description box when it's posted on YouTube and on Spotify and on Apple Podcast and Google Podcast and everywhere where you can listen to podcasts.
Like we said, thank you guys for listening to us. We really appreciate it. We're so happy we're back for season 5. We have been planning
Woo!
on this for a little bit and can't wait to show you guys what we have in store. But until then,
So excited.
bye. It's the way you act.
I can't sit your fucking ass.
This is Halloween.
This is Halloween. Ween, 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 ween.